My life be like, yeah, my life be like.
Hello there! In the summer of 2020, 21 students undergoing the Executive Education Lead Program at Stanford University Graduate School of Business expressed what role grit has played in their careers and lives, and how they later in life reflected on the concept of grace. The students were around 40 years old. The idea was to gather some life experiences and share that with today's college students. There will be an unexpected twist at the end of this podcast, especially for you, so stay tuned. Let us first get a grip on what we are talking about today. One of the most renowned scholars studying grit is Professor Angela Duckworth, and she defines grit as follows: perseverance and passion for long-term goals. Grit entails working strenuously toward challenges, maintaining effort and interest over years despite failure, adversity, and plateaus in progress. The gritty individual approaches achievement as a marathon. His or her advantage is stamina, whereas disappointment or boredom signals to others that it is time to change trajectory and cut losses. The gritty individual stays the course. We will now listen to short stories or important statements from several of the Stanford students. How has grit played a part of your current achievements? Grit has played a very important part of my career and personal life. Looking at the characteristics of grit outlined by Margaret Perlis of Forbes, such as courage, conscientiousness, follow through on long-term goals, resilience, and excellence, I can say that each one of these characteristics has had a significant impact both positively and negatively on my life. Life will present many opportunities, as well as challenges both personally and professionally. One's ability to employ courage at the right time or be resilient in the face of seemingly insurmountable adversity to achieve a goal is essential in surviving and thriving in a sometimes cruel and unfair world. For me, my greatest achievements have come to fruition when I have had the continual courage and creativity to push my ideas forward in organizations, to not give in to others' perceptions of me or my ideas, to carry through with raw confidence in what I believe, to reach deep into my creativity and put my thoughts and ideas out there. Often, others will have unfair judgments of you as they don't really know you. Most importantly, I have tried to find balance in my personal life by practicing courage to say no to work at times in order to achieve balance in spending real quality time with my kids and family, which, as we all know, is the most important thing in life. We work to live and not live to work. Life is full of easy way outs. Take the new job with no certainty of success, which might lead you to eventually find your why. Just take the small promotion and stay at your safe job. Leave friends and family in your hometown and relocate for the chance of finding your why. Just do some yoga and meditation and stay bounded. Read another book on your field of expertise on a day off to become excellent. Just watch a movie with friends. You are doing great anyway. For me, I have been confronted with these easy way outs every day of my life. Some bigger, some smaller. 3 things help me to say no to those and take the road less traveled. Being able to believe in my abilities to control my future. Being able to believe in my competencies to succeed no matter what I do and touch. And being resilient and not afraid to look bad or fail. If you combine these beliefs with some thought on where you want to be in the future and what your goals are, it gets easier and easier to say no to temptations and understand why you are doing what you are doing. For me, grit can only exist with personal goals. If you are not convinced that you want to go somewhere, you will get lost on the way. If you are convinced that where you want to go is really where you want to go, believing in your abilities to actually be able to do so will do the rest and keep you in track. Everything I achieved today is thanks to what is called grit. I am saying so because there have been so many obstacles on my way. However, the key for me to see the goal and not the obstacles and finding the way to overcome them. I believe grit is the #1 factor that has contributed to my success and survival. I'm a West Point graduate and combat veteran who served in the Iraq invasion. Now I'm a healthcare IT professional and writer. As a woman who has worked in traditionally male-dominated fields, I constantly fight sexism, bias, and prejudice. I would never be where I am without grit. You can read more about it in my memoir titled War Virgin. Grit has been more important than where I went to college and raw intelligence. Like it or not, the world, in particular the business world, is highly competitive, unpredictable, and driven by profits. People that have grit and know how to work hard and push a large rock up a mountain get things done. Growing a business is not easy and is like a boxing match. Many college kids today have incredible academic intelligence, but not enough mental toughness to succeed. Life is 4 quarters, not just one. The turtle wins the race. I would say, for me, the success factor was always a combination of optimism, focus, persistence, and passionate attitude to what I want to achieve. I strongly believe that if you truly target something and do your best, life will give you a chance. But you need to deserve it through all your hard work and positive attitude. On the other hand, you should always be attentive to the signs that life is giving you. In case there are too many obstacles, it makes sense to reflect. If it is really your dream and your place, or you want it because it is trendy or something else, because difficulties on the way could make you prove you deserve your dream, or they could signalize that you pursue not your target, you should reflect, and it is up to your gut feeling and intuition to give you the answer. If the answer is, I feel with all the bottom of my heart it's really my dream, then go for it and look at the obstacles as lessons and great development possibilities for you. If the answer is maybe not really, then come back to yourself to reflect what exactly you want and why. Grit has taught me that worthwhile connections are made and valuable lessons are learned in difficult circumstances that are overcome. Working in television, while it may be fun, it is not easy. It takes a certain kind of mentality and thick skin to navigate this fascinating but challenging space. When I started out, I was the only female member of my crew. I faced so many difficult and unnecessary challenges because of this fact. I didn't enjoy it, but I love what I do. Therefore, I had to find a way to stop letting these issues affect me. I focused on my end goal, which was to grow in my role and produce quality TV content. I started out by not accepting any disrespect at all. Now, when you're a woman, refusing to be disrespectful is sometimes labeled as being emotional. So, I just very firmly let it be known that some things were not going to fly with me. This rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, but they came round eventually. I let my work speak for itself. Stopped reacting to comments and actions meant to bait me or get a reaction out of me. And this made people so mad. But in making my end goal my focus, I was able to drown out all the other noise. Since I can remember, I've always been focused on finding meaning in my life and creating a path that makes sense to me. My parents gave me a strong spiritual background and taught me to see my life from a broader perspective and to act from a place of service to others and constant learning and self-development. I knew that I wanted to have an impact on other people's lives, to do something that I loved, and that I didn't want to follow the conventional path of working for a big corporation. Because of that, I had to face situations that demanded a lot of courage and resilience from me. I was extremely shy and found myself giving lectures in big auditoriums and interviews on national television. When you are focused on what really matters to you and care about becoming better every day, the fear of failure becomes less and less important. You still feel the nerves and the apprehension, but you learn to keep moving despite that. I believe having a clear sense of what's important to you and what kind of life you want to build is the most important step. Grit is hugely important. As a Generation X cohort, it was assumed that you needed to go the extra mile, demonstrate your commitment, work weekends, and volunteer to get ahead. On top of that, show resilience. These are qualities that appear to be lost among younger cohorts who expect more and want to do less. Grit has played a major part of my current achievements. Reading and writing was very challenging for me in elementary school, and I had really bad grades. I did not like school, and the school did not like me. I was not encouraged by my teachers, and as a matter of fact, in my senior year, one of my teachers told me that I would never reach any success in my life. The comment hurt me, but more importantly, it actually inspired me. I wanted to show her that she was wrong. I started to study really hard, and I put in so many long hours, day and night. Gradually, results started to show, and it made school more fun, generating better grades and so on. I graduated from one of the best universities in Sweden with a double exam. I was offered several coveted trainee positions, and my professional career took off. Now I am SVP and section head at the largest bank in the Nordics. Never give up. To conclude, it is clear that setting a clear long-term goal of what you really want to achieve is essential to go through thick and thin in life and career. Many executives also mention the need for courage to stand up for one's ideas, stand up for your principles, and pursue that goal with courage. Find your way to find your courage. Acting with grace is often about being a bit more elegant, to think in a larger picture than yourself and your own work. Many students, however, talk about being more happy and feeling more joyful with yourself. Now go out there and conquer the world.